good, but then take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington football team. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Sanders' first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Faking the give, Darnold. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
And the Chargers, they didn't blitz a whole lot last year. They only did it about 16% of the time, and that was the fewest of any team in the league. Contrast that with the Ravens, 44% of the time they sent extra people at the quarterback. Looks like the Chargers are going to up their percentage in 2021.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Sanders. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Everson Griffin on the sack. Taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Washington going to send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd down and 7. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 33. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action, Darnold. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
The Charger drive about to get going. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll pitch to Cohen, and he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that's thrown to Pyramid out wide. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield swings this out here for Cohen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second and 9. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Mayfield on play action. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
David Onyemata there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. Play action. It's Darnold. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily,
I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Cohen running left side. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, Chargers.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Cohen. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll go option to the short side, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. There he goes, left side. 20, 10.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Mayfield off the play fake. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Sanders. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mayfield. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Running on first down, Eckler. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll run on second down with Cohen, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It was Shaq Lawson there. He'll get credit for the tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, 71 yards. And Washington has retaken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On the give, this is Cohen. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So that is 2 pick 6s he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick 6s, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Mayfield's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Mayfield now. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about right have finished to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards,